Triculicious, the breakfast of champions for all gelatinous aliens. They bring out the Goa'uld in you. Sorry for that brief intermezzo, Commander, even the RFS has its sponsors. However, the next Startopia base lies deep inside the Alquizid Republic. Accordingly, many trading ships can be found here. Your aim will be to conduct extensive trade. Commander, this Startopia base has just been released, so you will be able, and need, to apply much of what you have learned so far. I'm not sure if you can handle this challenge, Commander, but I have to admit that my evaluation processor has begun to rate all activities of non-electronic life forms negatively. You're probably no worse than the rest of your inferior species. Well then, off you go. As the Gononians always say, the early sandworm eats the harvester. Initiate welcome protocol. Welcome again, Commander. As mentioned earlier, your goal is to stimulate trade at this Startopia base. In order for traders to dock at all, you will first need the appropriate commodities. To do this, you will need to unlock numerous technologies. I hope you haven't forgotten how to do that. After all, carbon-based life forms are not necessarily known for their extensive memories. Command R, commence operations. Commander, you took my advice earlier and had a mech built. You are to be rewarded for that because I am required to do so, not because you deserve it. Commander, you have now managed to unlock the correct category. Presumably, this is an acceptable performance for a carbon-based life form. You still have to unlock the spaceport to allow trading ships to dock at your Startopia base. Commander, your spaceport is now operational thanks to the fuzzies who built it. Yes, and of course, your contribution. Effective immediately, you can allow traders from different species to dock so you can trade with them. However, it would appear that carbon-based life forms do not constitute an adequate trade item. Commander, now that you can finally allow traders to dock, you should use this to sell goods you do not need. You may even be able to sell off toxic waste. A trader is requesting permission to dock, Commander. A trader is requesting permission to dock, Commander. Commander, toxic waste is unpleasant at best and should not be allowed to accumulate on board. I think it would be most expedient if you would see to getting rid of that stuff by whatever means necessary. You can clean it in the factory to make it safe for your visitors, but if you have any scruples, you should either throw it directly into the recycler or sell it to someone. Congratulations, Commander. You've managed to dispose of 1 unit of toxic waste. I wonder if the disposal of organic material would not be just as easy. But that's not something I need to bother you with. Commander, a visitor to the station has died. There is a trader in orbit around the base. Trader is requesting permission to dock, Commander. Congratulations, Commander, you were able to sell the proposed minimum amount of resources. It is likely that a partially defective fuzzy could not have achieved a better result. Ah yes, more is always better, isn't it? Except when it comes to organic life forms, where I personally prefer a much lower dose. Commander, you've already had more than 20 goods produced at the factory. I'm amazed this is working out so well. Well, actually, all you have to do is issue the order and of course the machinery will run completely autonomously. But you've managed to get this trivial assignment done rather well. Your units are engaged in combat. Commander, you have already disposed of half of the toxic waste. Rest in peace, little green planet Gaia 9. I'm sure the natives of the planet don't mind. Well, not anymore. Ah, you've already cleaned up a fair amount of the toxic waste. Excellent, Commander. Affirmative, Commander. A greater focus on research should keep little alien brains busy enough to ensure they don't have time to worry. Commander, you've already purchased half of the required resources. Presumably, this is a satisfactory result, if one disregards the price you paid for them. As you wish, Commander, I will limit the toxicity. I hope you know what the consequences will be. Excellent, Commander. That should enable you to achieve your goal. Excellent, Commander. You have actually managed to buy enough overpriced resources to reach the required amount. Commander, improving the trading bay at the research station was an excellent idea. I may find myself forced to contradict my evaluation routine and admit that not all carbon-based life forms are superfluous. Commander, you have achieved all of the required objectives. I think we can leave this Startopia base behind us now. Someone else will manage it from here on in, while a new task is already waiting for you. I admit I was skeptical about your success. My evaluation of carbon-based life forms shows a fairly clear tendency, and it's not exactly positive. By the way, did you know that without all these organic creatures we would only need 1% of the resources to achieve the same output? Isn't that interesting? We could replace 100 aliens with a single robot and still be more effective. But let's turn our attention to something else.